So, you want to hear a story? Well, have I got one for you?
A lot of people around here with guns, so kind of helps to have an itchy trigger finger.
Do you know that it takes approximately 7 pounds of pressure to rip one of these bad boys off?
As soon as he clocks that, he just darts for the shadows.
As a, deep, cynical character flaw, I pretty much assume everybody's hiding something all the time.
My boss was like, "Oh, you gotta fight this guy, or you're gonna get another bullet in the head." And I was like, "Okay."
Starting off with a bang, this is Borderlands.
When last we left off, our crew of Mercs and Miscreants devised a plan to subvert Ironclive's rage over the firefight with the Razor Reapers by editing Kimmy's footage of the fight to make it appear as though the Reapers shot first. As Hobbs explained, Fidget presented the footage, and after some scrutiny, Clive believed them, and even started to geek out over the ear-tearing, spine-ripping nature of the video. It was after this that Mashhead, the leader of the Razor Reapers, unceremoniously barged into Clive's home. Hobbs showed him little respect and was punched in the face for it. Our crew readied themselves to square up against the Reapers when Iron Clive stepped in, or rather his hammer, as it met Mashhead's chin with thunderous force. Clive told Mashhead that he won't stand for the Reapers' flagrant disregard for his rule and to get his house in order. But with matters settled, Iron Clive and our crew went to work undoing the damage caused and ending the lingering firefights throughout the neutral zone, before returning to the Fjorgorder. After a long day's work, our crew found sleep became difficult. And it is here, on board the Fjorgorder in what would be the early morning hours, that we rejoin our tale of vaults and villains.
It is, like I said, early morning. Everyone has gotten a nice, or relatively nice night of rest. Captain Moore is walking through the hunter's quarters, banging on doors individually, waking everyone up, starting with Hobbs. As Hobbs, you're awoken to the sound of just like bang, bang, bang on the steel door, and Captain Moore just yells in, hey, wake up, morning time, we're wasting the day here.
There's morning in space?
Well,
okay.
By the transgalactic time code, yes. And as Captain Moore continues walking down the various doors, banging and waking all of you up, it is you, Fidget. You're restlessly dreaming. You got fucked up pretty bad in that last fight, going down twice. Being brought out of fighting for your life by your teammates. And it is this that has caused some reoccurring kind of turmoil and tension. It has not been necessarily what you would call an easy rest. And as your subconscious drifts in and out, it picks up some of these clanging, banging noises of fists slamming against steel. As the sound comes closer, reaching you, bang, 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 you wake up to the pounding of this door, and your eyes are very hazy, and there's black nipping at the periphery of your vision. there's a loud ringing in your ears, and the banging seems somewhat muted and maybe far off. But it does grow louder as your head clears. And as you look around you, you find that you're on the ground. There's tatters of some restraints around your wrists, remnants of it, as well as remnants of the chair you've been sitting in, fragments that are just scattered all around you as you lay on the flat of your back. What do you do as you wake up to this? If you think of Saving Private Ryan, that heavy ringing in your ears as everything seems dull and muted, but it's slowly coming back to you.
I look around the room.
Also, looking around the room, you see lingering smoke is still kind of wafting in the air. The telltale signs of some kind of explosion that might have gone off in your vicinity. You again, now that your vision is coming in, you hear the pounding of the door and you hear angry men shouting. And you look over and you see the door is blackened and dented in a bit, and these men are shouting "What the hell happened? I don't know. We sent the parents in and there was some kind of explosion. Well, get this fucking door open now." He's like, "I can't. It's fused shut."
I imagine I'm probably at this point going, "Oh no. I'm gonna try to find any way out that is not that door."
Awesome. You start looking around you, and you're in this enclosed space. It's very dark now. Any remnants of light by whatever catastrophe had happened here seems to have kind of darkened the room. So it's heavy shadows with just tiny bits of light peering in from these extremely tall, extremely small windows that are kind of high up, almost like you're in kind of a basement. It seems to be cement, more cement walls and a big steel door, and those tiny windows that are high up. You hear the guy, the angry men calling "Call maintenance, get the arc welder down here now!" And while you don't necessarily see a way out immediately, something one of these angry men said strikes you, and you can't quite think of it. The parents. They said the parents.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're looking around the room trying to find an exit, you find underneath the wreckage of some, random exploded wooden parts here. Several smoldering bodies burnt beyond recognition. Smoke is still rising off of them, and kind of filling this room. Not to a point where it's choking you or noxious, but it is heavy in the air. The smell of burnt flesh lingers.
I don't need to examine those corpses. I know who they are. I'm gonna move in the opposite direction of the banging I hear.
All right, moving towards the only
just kind of feel my way forward so I don't smack headfirst into a wall.
Nearly tripping over just debris that's on the ground. But you do come into contact with the cool cement wall, and is right below the light source that is streaking in, sending that beam of light across the room that is the only thing really illuminating this. And you do think that you might be able to compile some of this rubble enough that you can just reach the edge of the window and try to get up there. And and as you're start scooping some of that together, sparks begin to fly from the door as the person with the arc welder arrives and begins to cut through the door.
I was trying to see if there's a skill that would help me here.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me know if you want to make a roll for something.
Investigation to try to figure out the most efficient, the way I can get the most height as fast as possible, so I can try to reach that where the light's coming through before they cut through the door.
Awesome. Give me that investigation.
Oh, nice. 19 on the die. 23.
Oh, very nice. Fantastic. Yeah, you do see a kind of metal, a large-ish metal container. It's probably about the size of you. And going over and trying to move it, you can rock it slightly, but it's too big and cumbersome. But on a 23, you do find a piece of the chair like a leg or like a long sturdy piece of wood, and you're able to kind of like pry it between the wall and this big metal container and kind of like get it free of like, you know, it's just been sitting for so long. And as soon as like you free it from its like attachment here, you're able to kind of like use that in leverage to slide it closer to the window, and that's going to give you like a big boost to get up there.
Awesome.
As you like jump and like reach up, grab the edge, and then like jump and try to like yourself up on top of it.
Is there any kind of check I need to make for that to go faster? Or
Yeah, you can give me a general athletics or acrobatics check to try to get up there like faster.
Yeah, I think acrobatics is the way to go. I'm slightly better at one than the other, not by much. Oh, yeah, no, 5.
All right, so it does take you a minute, and like when you get up there and like stand up to your full height, like you see that like you can like you're like at eye level with this like window now, and you're able to just kind of like put your elbow into the window and like crack the glass and like have it fall away, and then you begin the process of trying to like hoist yourself up. You're small enough that you can get through this window, while others definitely would not be.
Very smooth.
Yeah. The arc welder is now like more than halfway complete getting through like where the lock had fused it. And you hear like you hear banging again, like they're banging on the door while the arc welder's going, and they start to like, time's up, bang, 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 and like that like flashes like a bolt of pain through your head. And it's like, get up, and bang, bang, bang. As you hoist yourself out, looking out the window, it is like a 15-foot drop down, so you're not actually in the basement. You are at more or less like a little bit high level on the street.
Yikes.
And what appears to be some kind of big warehouse district on Promethea.
I take one last look into the room in the general direction of where the corpses are. I imagine through tear-streaked face, I just say, "I'm sorry," and then jump down and try to tuck and roll as best as I can.
As you look into the room, one last look at these at the carnage that ensued here, the door frees and crashes onto the ground as the shadowy figure of a body steps in, and you like. He steps in and he just goes, "The day's wasting," as you jump out of the window. Give me give me another acrobatics here.
It's giving me goosebumps because even though everyone else here doesn't know who that is, I know who that is, and I legitimately just got a shiver up my spine. 20.
20, nice. So you do successfully tuck and roll, and you're only going to take 3 points. Your former self takes 3 points of damage for this. And as you hit the ground, like you start hearing like a beeping, like a beep, 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 and you're like, is that a warning? Is it a bomb going off? Like, yeah, what? Like you start like freaking out a little bit. But you are like outside and you hear rustling from the inside, more banging. Like, where is this banging coming from? And with the last like bang, 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 you snap your eyes open, and you are on the Fear Gorda. And the beeping vibrating on your wrist is your proximity alarm.
So I imagine it's almost like, you know, in X-Men when Wolverine wakes up and he's like, and he ends up clawing Rogue. It's like that, except I end up throwing an ice spike into the door frame.
And as you look at the direction that you just threw an ice spike, like producing the artifact, like almost instinctually with your native tech savvy ability, you see the all too familiar rabbit mask silhouetted in the now open doorway, and it is Captain Moore.
It's like, God, I'm sorry.
She like quickly ducks like behind the counter and she goes, "Oh, Jesus, all right, remind me not to disturb you. Anyway, eggs and bakey?" She goes, "Jesus," and she like presses the thing that your door closes back open. You are alone in the room. Still, your heart pounding and breathing heavy from this experience.
Yeah, I friggin' like, I imagine I'm just sitting there like, fuck, and I just unconsciously rub the pocket watch pendant and then shove it underneath my shirt.
Exactly. The phrase "time's up" angrily shouted at you, repeating in your mind.
Okay.
But brilliant. It takes you a little bit longer to compose yourself and, get your rigging on and stuff. Everyone else exits their rooms after a night well spent, except for you, Tegan, who also had a bit of a dream this past night as well. So, Tegan, you were well, like, growing up, you've always kind of had this frenemy of some kind, this little like nagging sensation in the back of your mind that steadily kind of grew into like the voice of like your subconscious, if you will. And this voice likes the blood a lot. But this is the first time it's really manifested itself in recent memory. But how is Tegan feeling about waking up after grasping the hand of your beaten alter ego?
She is taking it completely in stride and ready to punch some stuff.
All right. So there is breakfast being served in the mess hall by Huami. So if you're all looking for breakfast, we have some nice eggs and bacon being served with piping hot coffee. If those of you are more inclined, it is Saurian eggs and skag bacon.
Nice.
So,
I just immediately chow down. Like
all right.
like an anim. I don't even use utensils. I just like
Goblin mode.
oh yeah.
And Abby is sitting there kind of just recounting some of her night's exploits that she spent with the Black Wings. And though she is wearing her mask, as she almost always does, her body language suggests that she is thoroughly exhausted.
Keep late hours last night, or did you come back with us, Captain?
Yeah, no, I had to go meet with an old friend, the leader of the Black Wings here. Brilliant lady, crazy as a fucking loon, but she's great. God, the Black Wings party hard over there. Like, yeah, not a lot of sleep for old Moore here.
Ooh, could we party with them someday?
Well, I'm certainly happy to introduce you. In fact, as I was talking to the captain of the Black Wings, her name's Sharon Odessa. She, God, I've noticed that she was a snot-nosed rookie pilot looking to make something of herself, and looks like she managed to do it, forming her own pirate gang. Couldn't be more proud of that. But it looks like they actually have a job. If that's something you're interested in, we can go meet up and she can explain a little better the details of the night. A little foggy at this point, but I do remember her specifically asking if I knew anyone that would be up to the task.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always looking for an opportunity to get paid, but just do we have to call it a job? It's off-putting.
Well,
To put a label on it.
I wouldn't want to offend your sensibilities here, but let's just say it's a paid favor for a friend.
You say you're pirates, right?
Paid
This
favors.
would be an act of piracy. Yes. Yes.
Oh well, I think it's more of a tracking down a fella situation. I mean, I can't rule out piracy, but
Yeah.
Said piracy is usually a matter of jurisdiction anyway, right? Just it's more about whose yard you're in when you commit such and such an act.
yeah, I mean, I would say a lot of what we do falls under piracy, personally. Like, we're constantly disrupting those in power, and that in and of itself can be an act of piracy. But yeah, if you guys are interested and up for it at some point during the day here, like, we can swing over to the Wings territory, and I can give you the lay of the land. You can explore a little bit more of Fiafia outside the neutral zone, and I mean, those Black Wings are a little mental. Definitely keep an eye on your coin purse if you know what I'm talking about. Like, they're pretty great. It's a far departure from the clan you've already met.
Well, I certainly hope so.
Yeah, those Reapers are shits. Should have warned you better. I guess that's on me. You'll have to forgive me on that a little bit. used to working with a little bit people that know a little bit more of Fiafia. First time as I suppose I should have sat you down for it.
You know, it's not your fault that they decided to choose violence.
Specifically choosing violence with us.
And by the way, Dynamite Grant did see you guys off last night and went back about his business in Fiafia. No doubt trying to at least keep something of a low profile, but doesn't look like Dynamite Grant has specifically a way off Fiafia at the moment, so. And Huami sets down more breakfast in front of you guys, so I will also be needing to make an excursion into Fiafia today to collect more supplies for our next departure.
Timmy's corner, just like dumping an insane amount of sugar into her coffee, and she just kind of looks up a little guiltily, just like, sorry.
Whammy, how you doing this morning?
I'm well, Tegan. How are you?
Good.
Fantastic. Have you considered any more of our previous discussion?
Talk later.
In terms of walks off. But yeah, ultimately at this point, it's really up to you guys. Captain Moore does mention, like, if you're not up for helping out the wings, no harm, no foul. There are some bounties on the bounty board, or some work on the bounty board that's posted that we can check out as well. But it's yeah. I mean, I'm probably gonna try to catch a nap for a couple of hours, and then if you want to go to the Black Wings, I can certainly take you back there. Or the new crew, we're just getting to know each other, and now it's getting to be about the time where we decide what we want to go about getting into.
I think being able to explore some more Fiafia would be pretty fun, and like, there's just so much here. I want to be able to note all of it.
Oh, fantastic.
I agree.
Yeah?
Yes, I agree. Let's meet people and possibly eat food and other stuff.
Meet you.
Maybe some punching might be involved. Maybe not.
Well, we'll stop by that bounty board and maybe collect a flyer or two and give you a short list of names of people it's okay to punch. We'll, just add that to the to-do list.
Ooh, yes.
Fantastic.
I don't know about you guys, but my wallet's really light right about now, and I could go for making some money.
Yeah, same actually.
More like stretches and yawns, and she's like, all right, well, give me a couple hours, and then if you want to go to the wings, we can check it out. But until then, just try not to cause any more settlement disrupting occurrences again if you can help it. Yeah, and she kind of excuses herself, and before she leaves, she's, one more thing here, the repairs to the ship is going to take like another day, and we're getting refueled now, so we'll be good to go in like a day and a half, 2 days. So you have a couple days of downtime to kind of figure out what you guys want to do and explore a little bit more. Yeah. But fantastic. So breakfast is finished up, and so what do you guys want to go about and do? We have checked the bounty board. We have wait for the Black Wings. Huami's going to collect supplies. What do you guys feel like doing?
You want to go check the bounty boards?
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Leaving the Fiergorda, you see there's still Zoe is still commanding all of these like jobbers that are like coming on. So you got old crew that's leaving, new crew is coming on. You got like the random engineers that are like working both interior and exterior of the ship, just kind of performing general maintenance. The ship is just alive and whirring as it seems to be since you docked here. Lots of rats and tinks kicking around as well, as they're able to kind of like get into smaller areas and tight spots to kind of work on this stuff. Heavily employed by the command of Fiafia. You guys make your way back into like more or less the center of the neutral zone, and there is in fact a bounty board there. And as you scroll over, there are 4 interstellar missions right now. Basically, the way the bounty boards are broken up, places like Fiafia, like a settlement, they may have some small localized jobs, but for the most part, it's kind of just like a stopping point, some place that, you know, bandits can go and like refit their ships and refuel and restock and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of the bounties on this are the higher paying variety, so like the more you have to travel, the more fuel is expended, so the greater the cost of going to these various places. Once you get to like a planet, that planet will have its own bounty board that probably has a lot more smaller jobs sprinkled about, you know what I mean? So the missions you immediately see as you walk up, and the bounty board is actually like a giant like hologram. There's like a spherical base to it that projects over like this like kind of like solid like metal just ball, and the screen projects over it. And the missions available currently, there's a mission on the planet Njord, which is like a frozen planet, like far removed from its orbiting star. But some very persistent people do reside on this planet. But it says, Njord, Dahl is invading Njord over a rare mineral that is more effective fuel source for starships, outperforming biofuel even, but at the cost of being terrible for the local ecosystems. Dahl doesn't seem to care, as the mineral is believed that they can in turn sell it for quite the fortune. Basically, it allows for like implosion travel at like a less more cost-effective like fuel ratio than biofuel does, but they think they can sell the rights off to like it's like, you know, galactic supplier here. So the mineral is called heliorite, and Dahl believes they can sell it. Local resistances have sprung up, and one such resistance is asking for help sabotaging Dahl's mining operations. The contact name is King Sani Rihonen, and it is in the capital city of Saga on the Ostagath continent of Njord. And the payment for doing such a thing is 30,000. The next bounty board, or the next mission, if you will, takes place on Gehenna, which is a kind of desert-ish planet, like a very frontier. It's been settled for a number of years, but like many planets, there was like the population was brought in by a mega corporation and then abandoned subsequently. So like it's generations of old corporate workers. So Gehenna, the Guns Up arm dealer, has been having their shipments raided by the Sawtooth Gang and are looking for an armed escort. They're making the biggest load to travel from the Blast Plains over the Ashfall Peaks into the Broken Grasslands to the town of Rothill, where the arms are to be delivered to local militia. It consists of a convoy of armed vehicles filled with various ammunition, ammo, and the like, and payment for escorting this armed caravan is 20k.
Not bad.
Yeah. It will probably be because freighter it can't be like flown over. Basically, it goes on to describe they've had like a lot of trouble with like aircrafts being shot down, and it's just not cost effective since the crafts cost so much more than the land vehicles. So they decided to try to take a more secure route through the Ashfall Peaks, these like large snowy mountain ranges that bisect the Blast Plains from the grasslands. It'll probably take like a solid week of travel, like moving from that one location to the other through the mountains. But yes, 20k for that. The third most payout here belongs on Eden 6, which is like this vast jungle kind of landscape. Also happens to be the home of the Jacobs Corporation.
Yay!
In fact, Jacobs has put a bounty on the head of a black market arms dealer / slave laborer. His whereabouts are suspected around the Voracious Canopy. The contact name for this one is Wainwright Jacobs, the owner of the Jacobs Corporation. And the name for the bounty, this black market arms dealer goes by the Patriot, and the payment is 10K dead or alive. And then finally, for the lump sum of 5K, the Tord Corporation is hosting a death race on Pandora. The race begins at the Old Dalwell Oasis and ends at the Happy Pig Hotel, and they are paying 5K to the winner.
Oh, now I'm torn between that and the Eden 6 one. Just to meet Wainwright Jacobs would
Just to see Wainwright, yeah.
Yeah.
But can't we like have these bounties once we start like traveling around and stuff, or like?
Yeah, I'm not saying that these bounties are necessarily going anywhere. They may change slightly as like time goes on, but for the most part, like these bounties are more or less here for a time. Also, everyone, anybody interested, make me, as far as the Jacobs Corporation goes, make a history check. Just for those that aren't as aware of in-game lore. Well, those of you that rolled over a 15, and especially you, Kimmy, with the dirty 20, especially you, Kimmy, because you kept up a lot with the ongoing saga of the Calypso twins, these vile echo casters that, like, while they were extremely charismatic and had like a huge following on the EchoNet, they also were kind of trying to destroy the universe in a sense, and they caused a lot of havoc on a lot of different planets with the cult of the Vault, or Children of the Vault cult, I should say. But you're kind of up to date more so than maybe anybody else. But the Jacobs Corporation in general has been a very neutral party. They didn't really compete too much in the corporate wars. While they did have some like mining operations that were like kind of secretive and some genetic experimental labs on various planets, including Gehenna, they for the most part have been more of the benevolent companies than most of the mega corporations. They treat their workers fairly well. They try to make their arms out of like the finest like handcrafted woods and stuff, and they try to live in like this natural balance with the immense jungles on Eden 6, like not disrupting it too much with their logging efforts. And Wainwright Jacobs, who took over the company around about 7 years ago, is generally just like, from what you've heard, a very nice person.
Good dude.
Yeah, like pretty solid, and it is overseen by Wainwright Jacobs, his husband, Sir Hammerlock, and as well as one of their local workers high up, Clay. But yes, they seem to be among the better of the mega corporations as far as like, you know, like Hyperion and Maliwan and Tedior have all tried to take over the galaxy at one point or another. And, you know, Dahl is regularly like causing havoc with their mining operations and abandoning massive amounts of troops on worlds when they leave. Just like, we're leaving, fend for yourself, bye. But
we didn't put escape ships for everybody in our budget. Bye.
Yeah. So you'll find that on many planets, a lot of like the genealogy can like date back to Dahl having left crew there that then propagated.
Yep. Oops. Scabs.
Yeah, the scabs, the bandits on Pandora, the scabs on Elpis, fucking a lot of people on Xylorgis as well. Like, Dahl's not a great fucking company. But yeah, so those are the four current like big token bounty board missions that range 5K or over, ranging from helping to sabotage Dahl's newest mining operations, just as like just going over all that word info dump I just gave you, to assisting an armed convoy on Gehenna, to hunting down a bounty on Eden 6, to death racing on Pandora.
I mean, the corporate sabotage is certainly the most appealing, I think, from a character standpoint, but that also sounds like a kind of big fish to fry.
Probably the most daunting of the tasks.
Maybe smaller fish.
Fidget just kind of walks over and like points at the Eden 6 one and goes, I don't know about you guys, but I'm I'm pretty keen on Xing out a slaver piece of shit.
Kind of reminds me of well, actually my boss.
Tegan, make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, Fidget kind of quietly says, "Yeah, it reminds me of a few people I used to know too."
That is a 12.
Well, all right. You see it in like just a quick spike of like anger rises up in Tegan, and Tegan, you just spout some obscenity. Just shout something off the top of your head. You know, it's like a piece of shit or something.
Oh, I am going to rip his spine through his ass. That works.
And you all watch as Tegan just kind of has this little tick where she, she's like pizza, like.
Fidget just goes, "Yeah, that's what I'm talking about."
I'm glad you agree with me.
But cool, you guys don't necessarily have to make a decision at the moment, but if you want to take a few minutes and discuss, you are certainly welcome to as the day kind of rolls on as you're exploring and like doing a bit of research on some of these various planets. If anyone wants to roll me a lore or history check on a given planet or a given corporation that you're dealing with, feel free.
What was the one with the convoy? Was that Gehenna?
That was Gehenna, yes. Working for a small-time legit arms dealer.
Guns up.
Guns Up are the arms dealer. Basically, they don't make the weapons, but they get the weapons and they supply the weapons like locally on Gehenna. They're like the big arms dealer of Gehenna.
It's it's like Marcus, but an organization instead of one dude.
Exactly. Yes. Mm-hmm.
What does a 16 lore get me about Gehenna?
With a 16, So Gehenna is that history or lore?
Lore.
All right. Gehenna is a frontier kind of world, like very like a lot of deserts, kind of like the Blast Plains are like kind of like almost like an Arizona location. It's got these big rock formations and a lot of flat lands. With
exactly what I pictured when you said Blast Plains. Like that's the image that jumped in my head. Like back when you first described it. That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. But they also have some like deep cave systems. Like from the lore check, you know that there was like a strange mineral that was found there that was like extremely like volatile, and it was a corporation simply referred to as the company. And with a 16 lore check, you know that the company was in fact Jacob's, run by one of the former owners, Wainwright's father or grandfather. Unclear which one, but it was before Wainwright's time. And with the lore check, you do know that they eventually discovered a titanic monster that dwelled on Gehenna.
Oh boy!
Tried to perform some genetic experimentations with it. This beast is called the Ruiner, which basically they found like these like crystalline kind of like gigantic eggs that, given the right circumstances and the right amount of radiation, would open and reveal the Ruiner. Who would instantly grow to titanic proportions and would wreak havoc, and was unable to be controlled by the company, and as such the company abandoned Gehenna long ago. You do know that the Ruiner was recently brought back and subsequently defeated probably a good 7 years ago, but it's unclear whether or not the Ruiner can die or if it is just always reborn anew.
Fun. I relay that to the team.
Yes.
The Ruiner. Got it. Good.
Tegan is not paying attention at all.
You also know that there's a large Saurian population, a lot of which have been genetically modified by the company. That have since like been able to sustain themselves and propagate themselves. So there's like a whole new breed of Saurians. Like Saurians are originally from Eden 6. The ones living on Gehenna are like the descendants of the experiments that were performed there when they were brought to Gehenna. So a lot of dinosaurs kicking around on Gehenna.
Jesus.
Nice. I do like dinosaurs.
Fidget or Jay?
Jay.
But there's
There's
also
those dinosaurs.
there's also a large saurian population on Eden 6 as well. In fact, a few uplifted saurians as well. These are colonies of more sentient breed of saurians, ones that are able to utilize advanced technology to help them like communicate and actually like make mechanical constructs and stuff. So what do you guys want to get up to now? Or do you want to go now wake up Captain Moore and check out the Blackwings? You want to explore Fiafia on your own a little bit? I know most of you are money light, but not all of you are money light.
I'll go check out some like shops and stuff or something.
Fantastic. So Tegan,
Yeah, I wouldn't mind looking for a very specific piece of tech.
there we go. Alright, so Tegan and Kimmy want to go shopping. What's everyone else feel like doing?
I think Hobbs would just go along with Tegan and Keeney in their shopping excursion. Yeah, I mean, just to see the sights. I think I'm a little too cash poor to afford anything, but you know, feeling a sense of camaraderie with this group, and you know, since any one of us could take a bullet at any moment in this place where no guns are allowed, it feels like a nice time to spend some time together.
Yeah, I think Duck would as well if we're not gonna immediately go for a bounty.
Oh, I definitely want to stick with the group. I want to make sure I keep myself and them out of trouble.
Okay. Fantastic. I am opening my document for all the various locations on Fiafia. Largely sticking to the neutral zone unless you guys want to venture into some... So basically, like, imagine like a circle, if you will, that is like this massive space station. Like the neutral zone resides basically on like the floor right off the docking port. And encompasses like this wide area, and then there are sections above, below. So one section up belongs to the Blackwings, one section down belongs to the Razor Reapers. The bottom section you're unclear, but it seems to be mainly like trash and removal of waste. And then the top floor belongs to the Brass Skag Brotherhood.
Skag.
So if you
Have
guys
we
want
had any run-ins with the Brass Skags yet?
to,
Or is that new?
You have not, although let's have everyone make a quick. Actually, let me see who's been to what. Tegan, Jay, and Tegan, Fidget, and Duck can all make retroactive perception checks.
Ooh. Oh, 18. Dang.
5.
Okay.
21.
Nice.
Ooh.
All right. So one of the first shops you guys went into, the Mind Over Metal, where you were able to where was it you guys that went into the Mind Over Metal? Yeah, Duck went into the Mind Over Metal.
Yeah.
But you guys went into the one of the fencing places. The sorry, I'm trying to read my scribbles here. The Bait and Junk.
Bait and Junk.
So Fidget and Duck, you know that the Bait and Junk run by One-Eyed Roger did have a crest emblem associated with the Blackwings. And Duck, you know that the Mind Over Metal actually was unaffiliated, didn't have a tech, but based on the little bits you've seen of this place so far, it seems like in the neutral zones a lot of shops may be affiliated with several other clans, others may not. Tegan with a 9, you didn't catch any emblems or symbols or anything present, but yeah, so some of these places might have been, and you might have crossed paths with someone that was affiliated with the Bronze Skags, but in no real capacity. But One-Eyed Roger, the crazy person that owns the Bait and Junk, was associated with the Blackwings. But yeah, so do you guys want to stick in the neutral zone and make your way, or are you trying to venture into other territories? Neutral zone's probably the safest and the ones you're most familiar with. But there are several stores you have not visited necessarily in here. Especially when it comes to Tegan and Kimmy, you guys haven't really checked out any of the shops yet.
Yeah, I haven't done any shopping so far.
Yeah, I think neutral zone's probably the safest bet for now.
For now.
Alright, so Hobbs, you were given the information as far as looking into, like, arms and armory, the Mind Over Metal, which Duck is familiar with. They're looking around you as you guys begin to move. There's also just an ungodly amount of bars and taverns and dives and swills. There's a black market guns depot called the Trigger Outlaws. There is actually a medic station, like a small, like, kind of tent hospital situation set up called Primarily Hospital. And then there's just a bunch of, like, clothing shops, jewelry stores, fencing, like fences, and different kind of odds and ends shops getting around as well. As you guys kind of spend like an hour just meandering slowly around the city, you guys see a lot. Just to name a few, Non-V's Clothing Boutique, the So Far So Good Secondhand Boutique, Scoville Supplies General Store, the Crafty Critters, which is like odds and ends, Stomach Shines Jewelry, there's the About Tome Bookstore, and then the three biggest fences you see are the Bait and Junk, Bullion Galore, and Sorbortos.
Sorbortos. Fidget, is there any place you would recommend?
I mean, I found some pretty good things at the Bait and Junk, but I don't know if that's the kind of stuff you'd be into.
You don't think they have anything that makes me punch harder?
I mean, they might, but yeah, I got, and I like show my like all the revamped like ARM computer thing I built. I'm like, that's where I got all this stuff from.
Mickey told me to check out the Mind Over Metal if I was looking for something to shore up a katana. I mean, if they can toughen up a sword, I bet it can toughen up some knuckles.
Let's go.
Alright. Mind Over Metal sound good to everybody?
Yeah.
Alright. So, making your way over to the Mind Over Metal. That's not the right page. So yeah, walking in, once again, you, Duck, you're familiar with it at the very least. There is a rather large woman there, Rabbit Addison is her name, who's currently working on some, like, kind of fine-tuning, like, a motherboard for a piece of tech, and looks up as the bell, bing, 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 as you walk in, and she's like, "Oh, hey! Welcome to the Mind Over Metal. What can we do for you guys?"
Hello there. My name is Tegan.
Tegan, welcome.
I don't think I have a last... I just realized I don't have a last name.
Did the character just realize this, or did you just realize that your character doesn't?
The character.
Okay.
The character herself just realized.
Okay. She goes, "Oh, well, don't worry, hon. You just make some shit up. Last names, don't really mean all that much, depending on like how you got with family and all that bullshit."
No, my family just sold me off. Anyways.
Okay.
Just throw that right out there.
Anyways. I like to punch things like really, really hard.
Fair enough, that.
Is there something that can help me punch harder?
Oh, well, I mean, looking at like, if you're talking about like physical augmentation, that may not be my area of effect here. But there you like, I see you got those knucks on right now. Is that something you're looking to try to improve?
Possibly.
Because I might be able to do a little something with that, maybe.
Oh.
Oh, let's see here. Do take off your brass knuckle and hand it to her so she may inspect.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Looking at it, she goes, "Oh yeah, these are pretty rough shot and stuff, but it looks like we got a little bit of room for improvement here. Oh, let's see here. We might be able to like refine these kind of like edges here and like make it a little bit more like surface area for impact. That would like bump the damage up a tiny bit. Also might be able to throw in. I might be able to rig up something that could deal like a little bit of elemental damage with it, possibly, if that's something you're looking for.
Elemental damage, you say?
Quite possibly. We got a few mods kicking around.
So I could punch people and set them on fire at the same time.
Very quite possibly, love. That would be the point. We got right now here. I'm just gonna make a quick roll. We're gonna do 3 rolls here. So 3. Let's see. Right now, I can fit it with like a series of explosive charges. So like when you like impact it with like kaboom, kind of feel. I could fix it with a bit of corrosive, like elemental to it, so it just kind of like oozes a bit of corrosive energy when it like impacts with a proper significant amount of force. Or let's see here. It doesn't look like I have any fire at the moment, but I do have a radiation cartridge here that might be able to just exude a potent burst of radiation when whatever you hit.
I think out of those ones, I think I prefer the explosion. I feel like it matches my personality.
Yes.
All right. Well, right now we have a basic elemental cartridge. That's like an uncommon, like for purposes of the game, an uncommon. You can equip the uncommon mod. You can equip to your melee weapon. And it allows it to deal additional explosive damage. Which is I'm reading my thing right now. So an elemental cartridge is a small module that can be placed on any weapon with an upgradable tag. Once equipped with a weapon, the elemental cartridge adds a specific type of elemental energy to the weapon's damage. Like the damage increase module, elemental cartridges vary in power and rarity. So basically the uncommon elemental cartridge has 2 charges, which can be expended when you make an attack roll against a creature within melee range. On a hit, the weapon deals an additional 1d4 elemental damage to the target.
Nice.
So you would have twice per, I think it is long rest. Yep. So spend charges are regained after a long rest. So you would have two instances per long rest where you can expend a charge and deal an additional 1d4 explosive damage when you hit with these.
Cool.
But yeah, if you're looking to get that, the basic mod itself is about $500, and for an additional $300, I can install it for you right here, right now.
You know what? I'll take it.
Brilliant! Look at you go. I love a decisive buyer.
I know what I want.
Keegan's splody fist.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna punch people and they're gonna explode.
So, but that's just for the one of them. So if you wanted to fit your other one with it, it would be a grand total of $1,600. If you wanted to fit.
You know what? Why not?
Alright.
You know, I got the money. Why not?
Look at you go. Money bags galore over here. You're looking cuter by the minute.
Oh, stop.
Does that mean she can do it 4 times in a day?
That means you can do it 4 times in a day. Yes, indeed. So
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, for each fist.
Awesome.
Yep. The beauty of light weapons.
Hobbs just says, if you only knew how accurate Moneybags was to how she got this fortune in the first place.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? Well, no judgment, darling. Not here. Not on Fiafia. Yeah, money is as money does. But, yeah, if you give me, let's see, it'll take me probably about an hour each, so give me about 2 hours, and I'll have these all nice and rigged up for you.
Oh, you are the best.
Oh, shush, darling. But brilliant, she sets those aside with the proper modules. Did you want the explosive on both the same, or do you want 2 different ones?
No, both explosive.
Both explosive. Love it. All right. So she is going to get to work on that. So you can mark down that you have 2 charges each. That as no additional action required, you can expend a charge of these and deal an extra 1d4 explosive damage.
Damn.
All right. So yeah, but anybody else have any needs or wants that old Edison here can help you with?
Sorry, I'm trying to decide on whether I want to take her up on the caustic one for one of my spikes.
Well, they are the mod itself costs 500, and then it's an additional 300 for me to put it on. And we do still we're all out of the explosive mods right now, but we still do have a corrosive and we do have corrosive and radiation mods.
I think I'll take a corrosive, if that's okay.
Alright, brilliant, dear. So, 1 corrosive mod put on these brass knuckles as well.
They're the spiked ones.
Spike brass. Ooh, look at these. And, awesome. So, she grabs those with the mod, sets them aside. That'll be just about an hour. I have 1 customer ahead of you, so it'll take me about 3 hours to knock this one out, just totaling 2 hours for Tegan, 1 hour for you.
Oh yeah, no worries.
All right. I like this. Big spenders kicking around in here. Anybody else got any kind of fanciful ideas in their minds about how to better kill people? Or
Also,
whatever.
out of game real quick. Sorry, I didn't suggest this place. I didn't actually think it would have like melee weapon mods for whatever reason.
Since it does, any chance you are capable of a reinforced katana? Just looking to extend the shelf life of this particular blade.
Yeah. I think I could probably help out with that. I was just reading. You're specifically looking for the reinforced mod?
Yeah, more of a defensive rather than a killing implement in this case.
Yeah, those ones are, they take a little bit more time and a little bit, like it's less techy and a bit more of, like, the kind of, like, hands-on, like, hard welding and forging of it. It's something I can definitely do, but the uncommon mod itself does cost around about $1,000.
Speculative. I'll get back to you.
Fair enough. Yeah, the uncommon reinforced mod actually costs $1,500. But any two-handed weapon with the upgradable tag, this upgrade reinforces the materials the weapon is made of and allows it to act as a makeshift shield against melee attacks while it is being wielded, granting the wielder a bonus to their armor class. But yeah, well, if it's something you're interested in, love, I'm definitely here, happy to help. It would take me a couple hours to bang that out, quite literally. But yeah, it's something we could definitely do if you're interested in it.
I'll let you know the next time that I come through your door.
Alrighty, very well. Alrighty then. Well, if you don't mind, I got the next couple hours of work ready to go here, so I'm gonna get banking on that. And she turns and starts inspecting Tegan's brass knucks for the moment. So unless you guys want to just kind of wait around for her to finish, wait 3 hours, you're totally fine to do that. But if you're going to go explore, just keep in mind that you don't have your melee weapons.
I was thinking about trying to find my action skill tech.
Tech for your doppelganger?
Yes.
I don't know, Kimmy, make a general just a general investigation check.
16.
With the 16, you think you might be better suited to maybe one of the fences or one of the odds and ends stores, since what you're looking for isn't necessarily your everyday find of items here, but you might be able to hodgepodge something together. At one, there's the So Far So Good, or no, that's the second hand boutique, sorry. The Last Mark is an odds and ends store that might be able to help with that. The Crafty Critters might be able to, or one of the 3 big fences in the area, the Subortos, the Bait and Junk, or the Bullion Galore. Bullion Galore.
Alright. I suppose I'd check out Crafty Critters, because that's one of the ones that I managed to write down.
Alrighty. So everyone following Kimmy as you wait. Are you waiting for your weapons to be completed, or are you skipping over there while the weapons are being worked on?
I figured getting over there while the weapons are being worked on would probably be the most time management, positive solution.
Alright. And as you're moving up and down the street, you do see you're getting some eyes looking at you. You've obviously spent a lot of time in the last day helping Clive put out gunfights, and it seems like you have been taking a bit of notice to the new crew on Fiafia that seem to be in tight with the king, if you will. So people are looking at you as you kind of walk the streets. There's a little whispering going on.
Kimmy's got her megaphone strapped to her hip.
Duck's pretty used to it in general, so he pays it no mind.
Alright, brilliant.
Do anybody look scared or anything?
Some people, you know what, anybody who wants, go ahead and make an insight check on some of these whispering faces.
Ooh, I'm pretty good at that, actually.
I have been rolling like shit today.
I rolled that one for that, so.
Yeah,
I rolled a natural 20 for 26.
Nice. So a nat 1 for Kimmy, a nat 20 for Duck. Tegan, what did you say?
6.
6, okay. Anybody else?
16.
16, alright.
Yeah, I had a 5.
5, alright. So for Tegan, you don't care. People staring at you, you barely even notice them. Hobbs, you're kind of just trying to keep your head down a little bit, just not making a lot of direct eye contact. And Kimmy, you just love the attention. You're just look at all these people looking at us. You're just happy to be getting noticed.
She's just giving out Kimmy cast pins. Here you go. Oh my god, hi, nice to meet you.
Yes. Fidget, you see as Kimmy's approaching some of these weary people that some generally seem maybe a bit intimidated by you. And Duck, you see on your nat 20 that while a lot of people look either in awe or intimidated by the group that are aware of you, and rumor has kind of been spreading a little bit, you do see that there are other people that are straight up mean mugging you guys. Some are wearing the colors of the Razor Reapers. And then there are just some other kind of cloaky people, wearing thick hoods and stuff that are marking you guys and kind of just watching you without really any kind of intent, I guess, visually to them, but they seem a little sketchy.
Okay.
But that's about what you get. It's a lot of awestruck people Clive, whatever. And there's other people that are oh shit, don't fuck with those guys. Clive likes to smash heads when he gets in a mood.
I don't think Duck would say anything, really, because honestly, he kind of gets those looks anyway, being a rat.
Yep. I mean, it's very... it may just be prejudice. They may see a rat walking around and just be fucking rats. Thieves. All of them are thieves. Could very well be that. You're not entirely sure, because, it's just, when I say, sketchy, I mean, there's, some dude with, a hood that kind of, is, sitting on a lamppost, looking at you guys, and then as you move away, he kind of just, moves, to a different location. It's kind of a couple of those happening periodically as you meander around the neutral zone.
Are they following us?
Not hastily, and like I said, you do notice a couple of these people. So it's unclear if it's coincidental that as you lose track of one, you happen to spot another one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
But they're not.
Well, then
they're not tailing you to try to get you in a compromised position or anything. They're just keeping an eyeball on you. And after a while, they seem to just kind of peer off.
I'm just trying to decide if he should say anything. Because Max wants to say something, but I don't know if Duck would.
You can always roll for it if you can't decide what Duck would do.
Yeah. All right. 11 or better, he says something. Okay. He says, so there are some guys definitely watching us. I don't think we're being followed, but we're being kept an eye on.
What? Who?
Tegan,
no.
you like lightly gesture in a direction of one such person, and Tegan like immediately snaps her head and looks directly at this guy, at which point the dude like kind of fluffs his hood and walks.
That was subtle. I would say maybe just let us know if you see us.
I just gotta do like the what?
And he just like. What were you
Maybe
saying,
he
Anthony?
wanted an autograph but was too shy to come up and ask. Because, you know, we're kind of famous now.
Maybe.
Anthony, what did you say a minute ago? I lost you.
Oh, I said to Duck, I said maybe just let us know if you see us getting outnumbered.
Definitely.
All right. Cool. So with that, Kimmy passing out hordes of Kimmy cast pins to people that take it with different levels of zeal or like trepidation. And you do see that there is like a wealth of people here. Yeah, I mean, they're all more or less bandits, but there are various degrees. There's people associated with the gangs. There's people that strictly reside in the neutral zone. There's families like out with small children. Like, you know, this is like a bustling kind of like urban frontier-ish kind of place. So lots of different people, lots of different, you know, sizes and shapes and all of that. But as you make your way over to the Crafty Critters, you walk in and you see a rather tall woman, you know, like very like lithe, like kind of long neck, long legs, that kind of thing, as she like is putting like a little bauble back onto a shelf and turns as you enter in. And she goes, "Yes, hello, welcome to the Crafty Critters. Can we assist you in something?"
Oh my gosh, hi. So, I'm kind of looking for like a very specific piece of tech. I don't know if you might have it, but like I kind of want to make like more of me but decoys. Does that make sense?
Yes, I see. So a form of kind of interactive hologram tech, then, if you will.
Yeah.
Yes. I think you pull out like the kind of haphazard module that you've been working on since your days at Ewan. On the side, it's just missing a few kind of key components. And she like looks at it for a second. She goes, "Well, let's see. We do have a modulator that can enhance like these kind of hologram-ish to be able to like kind of interact with matter a little bit. The only design flaw in it would be that it would be replicating you. You could not make them appear as something else other than yourself. Like, they're very restrictive in their hologram tech."
Oh, that sounds totes perf, actually.
Right, well, yes, let me see. And she kind of like turns her back and like kind of like walks into a back room right before she like moves this curtain. She like looks back at you and she goes, "And I hate to say it because you do seem like a lovely young woman, but we do have eyes in the store, so mind yourself while I'm back here." And then,
Oh, no worries.
and then she walks out of sight. And you hear like clanging and rummaging of boxes for like several minutes. And assuming nobody wants to pull anything, she comes.
It's like, does Duck immediately steal something?
Yeah, if you want to give it
I
a
was,
go, go for it.
I was thinking about it.
There are baubles galore in this place. This is an odds and ends place, so you see various tech on the shelves that you have no idea exactly what or whom it does. There are like little like you know, just kind of ornate like tiny statues and fixtures, like keychains and like just random like junk that you would, kind of find, like, kicking around. It's basically like walking into, like, an extremely, like, tech-savvy Goodwill, more or less. There's just crap everywhere.
How fancy.
Okay, so
Like walking into a pawn shop, they just take what they get. There's like some cameras and there's some, like some golf balls and like shit like that, like everything.
Tech savvy
I'm
Goodwill
going
is just Circuit City.
Yes.
I'm gonna make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
To Because
to
he-
fight against your better rat urges.
exactly. He has the kleptomaniac trait. Wisdom save to not be compelled to grab loot.
It's only fair.
Because Max really wants to, but she said there are eyes. So I'm gonna leave it up to a roll.
Alright. I'm here for it.
Ooh, he just barely makes it, so he's not gonna grab anything.
Alright. We'll say that Kimmy, you notice like you notice Duck looking particularly fidgety as like he's staring at all of these like little antique ornaments.
Oh yeah, now that I think about it, Duck, actually, I have something for you.
Oh?
Yeah. And let me just look up what the name of the gun is because I don't remember. I'm going to give him the AX-88 that has a mod on it that I looted from a body a couple sessions back.
Oh, back on the escape from Promethea?
Yes.
Yeah, I do remember you giving that. It's the boosted AX-88. It has the boosted mod on it.
Yes.
What mod does mine have?
You have the adjusted mod on yours, which is a +1 to accuracy. So the boosted mod adds an additional 1d4 to damage. It's another uncommon mod, which you can have up to 3 uncommon accessories implanted when you have a uncommon tier gun.
Fuck yeah. So I could just put the mod over to mine, or vice versa.
Yep, you said you could. It would probably require some kind of check by you to do it yourself, or you could possibly get Nikki to do it on the ship. Or Fidget could probably do it as well. Fidget.
Yeah.
Fidget, you haven't really offered your services quite yet, but
I know. I wish I didn't think about it when we were in the other store. I was like, I might have been able to do those mods myself and save some money. I just didn't think of it at the time.
Duck just looks really excited, takes it gingerly from your hands, and looks at it like you've given him a bag of, I don't know, gold or something. Like it's just treasure to him.
Anime eyes sparkle.
Yeah, he goes, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I don't really have much of a use for it because I love my shotgun so much. So I figured, like, you seem to really like the Atlas pistols and stuff, so I was just like, oh yeah, Duck could use this. This is cool.
Alright, Duck, you are fully enamored with it and contemplating how you would best like to transition the mods from one gun to another.
Yeah.
Fidget, do you want to offer your services to her, or are you holding out?
Yeah. No, I could do that. Do you have like your one gun in one hand and one in the other, and you're like looking at them?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So like Fidget seeing that would be like, do you want me to put the mod from one onto the other?
Can you? This is the best day ever.
Yeah. I mean, is that something I could do while we're waiting?
On the go,
I need to like have some time.
Yeah, generally speaking, like if you wanted to try to do it like in a hurry on the move, like it's a higher tinkering check. Otherwise you could take an hour and do it with a much lower DC.
Yeah, it'd be the better way to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so for now, Duck, you have 2 AX-88 pistols on your person.
Sweet.
Fucking John Woo that shit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He needs a hand-free protect though.
After a minute, this woman comes back out. You see she is wearing a name tag, and it does say that her name is Mira. And she comes back out holding like a not overly cumbersome, but a rather like large piece of tech, and sets it down. And she goes, "This seems like it may do the trick, and your current module that you have been working on could fit within this." And then she basically shows you, like, you connect several wires and, like, solder them together, and it should be able to advance your hologram tech to the point where they can more or less affect the material around them to some degree. She's like, "There's very limited range on these things, so they will have to be within 30 feet of this module at all times. If they get too far away, they will redeploy within the module's range. And the range right now is 30 feet for this."
That sounds absolutely perfect, actually.
Oh, well, fantastic, love. Currently, I am looking to sell this piece for about $500.
Oh my gosh, that's like right in my price range too. Perfect. Awesome.
I love it when people don't haggle. Haggling is such a bereft of the soul.
Yeah, I never really quite got it either. I just, I'm not good with that kind of stuff. So it's just like, why bother?
Right, well, I can tell you for certainly, should you have gone to one of the fences, they would have easily been double priced. So you chose right coming here instead of one of those bottomless moral junk over there.
Fair enough. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Thank you so much.
Alrighty, well, it looks like you guys are all set in the crafty critters. And brilliant. At this point, the 3 hours has passed as you guys kind of meander about. Like I said, there's a lot of taverns and stuff if you want to grab a drink, while you wait. Otherwise, we can skip to the weapons being completed.
Since we have 2 hours, could Fidget use that time?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. If you guys wanna, you could do it out in the street, or you can go back to the ship, or you can go to a bar, any place where ideally Fidget can sit for a minute with his tools.
Yeah.
I'll go to a bar.
Want to go to a bar?
Yeah, quiet booth in a corner. Sounds perfect.
All right.
It's still daytime, definitely, right?
It's we're getting on midday now. It's getting to be probably around 11 o'clock noonish. Granted,
okay.
She woke you up in the morning, but this is bandit time, so you're not gonna get up at the crack of dawn. It's 11 o'clock. 10 or 11 o'clock rolls around. Time to get up.
Okay.
But brilliant. So you have a bunch to choose from. You have the Vanishing Bullet, which Tegan is familiar with. There's also the Mole Hole, the Soul Scent, Club Element, the Lion Court, and the Parallel Legacy.
Ooh.
What's the soul scent?
The Soul Scent, spelt as in soul, singular, and scent as in monetary. So Soul Scent. But yeah, it's a pretty dive bar-y. When you look at the outside, it's got the saloon swinging doors to it. And as you peer inside, it's a rough and tumble biker bar. There's one pool table. You can hear, even from the outside, you can hear fist fights happening. That's what the Soul Scent is.
What's the vibe over at, was it Parallel Vision? What was it?
Parallel Legacy.
Legacy.
Yeah, that's it's a bit more eccentric based on the outside of the building. It's I want to say upscale, but I mean it's still kind of trashy with the veneer of being upscale. And you can see in the window, it is affiliated with the Black Wings. You can hear jaunty music being played from inside as well.
Jaunty music.
It seems a bit more lively, maybe a bit more upbeat than the biker bar. But yes.
I mean, I think this place is catching my interest more so than the Soul Scent. not to look down in a dive bar. I think I'm probably well acquainted with them at various spots throughout the nearby galaxies. But
All right, so you guys if you guys make your way into the Parallel Legacy, you see it's got like a nice, big, heavy, ornate, antique-looking door, and when you open it up, it's like one of the few places that has like a wood decor like specifically imported for this particular location. So like
Nice.
the woods are like stained and like like knotted wood. It's got metal walls and it's got like ropes hanging from the ceiling with several like just kind of like random like paraphernalia like almost like there are some like elements that resemble like fishing elements. There are other elements that are meant to kind of convey like space travel. Like it's a very piratey kind of feeling to this place.
Nice.
There's a band in the corner playing on like weird like guitars and like electrical like DJ equipment, and they're like spinning like this techno like piratey kind of like swing song to it. Kind of like Caravan Palace, if you're aware of them. If you're not, look them up because they're a great band. Yeah, and there's like some people that are like playing cards in the corner. Some people are like arm wrestling. There's some people having a very heated discussion in the corner. And there's the bartender again. Where's my Parallel Legacy? Yes, a smaller like dark-skinned woman, not like Tink status or anything, but like just like an ectomorph kind of body frame, like kind of like longer limbs but shorter, very like pretty looking with her hair like braided down and wearing like the traditional kind of like piratey hat and garb, like big billowy skirt and like top. And she's like dusting off glass and just shouts over to you guys, "Hey, welcome to the Parallel Legacy! Yes, step on up or grab a seat. We'll be with you in just a moment."
I love that she looks like a pirate because the Leave Her Johnny shanty just came on my playlist.
Ah,
Yes.
nice.
But
I
brilliant.
also have the Wellerman shanty on here somewhere.
Oh, nice. The Wellerman come? Yeah.
Yeah.
very partial to Barrett's Privateers.
Not familiar with that
Yep.
one.
Oh, it is a gem.
Barrett's Privateers. I'll look that up. Privateers. You want to hear something funny? There's like a rap pirate group called Captain Dan and his scurvy crew, and they do a song called "That's How We Row."
Oh gosh.
And it's like we roll like this because we roll like this. And like,
Nice.
yeah, it's brilliant. Captain Dan and his scurvy crew. Check them out if you get the chance. But yeah, awesome. You guys find like a nice little booth kind of away from the common rabble, and you begin to break out your You have tinker's tools, mechanics tools. What are you looking to accomplish this check with?
Tinker's tools.
Awesome. Tinker's tools will be nice and easy. Also, at one point, the bartender makes her way over to you guys, and she'll be like, "All right, well, what can we be getting you lovely fellas tonight here?" Let's see. Our specialty right now, we have the Winged 5, which is, of course, our locally brewed moonshine that we make right here in Fiafia. If you're looking for a bit of the stronger stuff, that is. If you're a little bit of a teetotaler or lightweight, we have Black Ticker, Ginger Root Rumble, and the Hound's Head Ale.
What would you say would be your strongest drink?
Oh dear, by far, that would be the Winged 5.
I'll take it.
All right, it is a beautiful potato mash whiskey. Very nice. Brewed locally right here on Fiafia.
Excellent.
I'll also try the homemade shine. I don't have anywhere to fly tonight.
Oh, lovely. We got a couple of good people working with us tonight. All right. How about you, lovely dear? She points to you, Kimmy.
Do you have anything sweet?
Well, we have the ginger root rumble, which, I mean, if you're into the ginger aspect of it, it's not necessarily what I would call sweet, but it is probably of our less potent variety here.
I think I'll go with that. I haven't actually really drank before, so
She just laughs, like, oh dear, how have you gone through life? How have you gotten where you are today without that shot of drink?
a mostly hermetically sealed chamber.
Glazing over that. All right. She points to you. She points to you. All right, little one with the tools there. What are you into?
Do you have like that ginger thingy, but like without alcohol in it?
Oh dear, I'm afraid you're in the wrong place if you're looking for a bit. We can get you some water if you're looking for the non-alcoholic punch, but that's about all I can offer you that doesn't have alcohol contained in it.
Oh, okay. That's fine then.
Okay, one water for the little man, and you sir, pointing at you, Duck.
Just an ale, please.
Alrighty, one ale coming right up here. She walks back as you begin your tinkering and comes back very shortly with 2 winged 5s, a ginger root, a water, and for you, Jack, you get the black ticker, which is a nice kind of pale ale-ish.
Cool.
Brilliant. And you all have a drink. Let's get the biggest out of the way. Who downs the winged 5, or are you sipping? Because that'll make a difference.
I down it.
Okay.
How big is the pour?
I mean, it's like in a whiskey glass, basically. So, you have on the rocks, so it is something you could sip, but, it's little more than a nice pour of whiskey, if you will.
Yeah, if it's we're saying like a 4-ounce pour, but probably Hobbs is gonna sip it.
Okay. As you sip it, it is like fire touching your tongue. But it does leave like a pretty kind of spicy but herbal kind of aftertaste in it that is quite nice once the initial sting of it subsides. It's kind of one of those drinks where you're like, sip, it's like that kind of thing. But Tegan, as you slog the thing back, just burning all the way down your esophagus and leaving this nice big warm lump in your chest, I will need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
That's why I didn't get that one.
Yeah.
Plus, Duck probably doesn't.
That would be a 10.
All right. So you pound it down, and you're like, ooh, feel like if you lit a match right now, you could breathe fire. Not literally, but figuratively. And as you sit down and kind of let it subside, maybe a good 5 minutes go by, and you still have that warm feeling in your chest, and now it's beginning to spread to your arms and down into your legs a little bit. It relaxes you right off the bat. And yeah, with a 10, you're feeling it pretty good. Not outright shit face, but on that one down, 10 minutes later, you're feeling a bit of a buzz. Fidget, let's get this underway here. Go ahead and make me a tinkering check. For this, since you're modifying a gun, you can use your dexterity plus your proficiency bonus, or since it's specifically tinkering with a modification, you can use your intelligence.
Yeah, that's my stronger one.
So it'll be intelligence plus proficiency.
Not roll well. 13.
13. So yeah, with a basically as long as you don't roll a nat 1, you don't kind of fuck things up.
Yeah, don't break it.
But being
I was so worried for both my guns for a second.
Yeah. But being uncommon, it takes you a bit longer than you would have hoped. You're probably sitting at this bar for the better part of an hour and a half ish. Takes you the full breadth of the time to carefully remove one from the other, and then take the other one apart and reassemble it. It's a bit of a learning curve when it comes to it. But so during the hour and a half it takes Fidget to do this, who else orders drinks?
I did, but I haven't rolled yet to see if she likes it or not.
Okay, well,
Yeah, same.
the ginger root is not very strong, so unless you were to try to chug this beer, it won't require a Constitution saving throw. But if you drink it over a period of 20-30 minutes, like you're more or less fine. But if you want to roll for a flavor check, you certainly can.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. I was just like, I got an 11.
It's okay. It's like a little bitter, but like the spicy ginger root's kind of nice, and like but other than that, it does have that kind of like darker, like kind of stout feeling to it, where it's like a little bit hoppy, bitter, that kind of stuff. So basically, my question is anyone getting shit-faced while Fidget works?
I am.
I think Hobbs is here to tie one on.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah, I think Duck's pretty excited after the day he's had.
all
He'll
right.
probably get a shot at you.
So yeah, your black ticker is like a nice pale ale. It's not exceedingly strong, and it just has that kind of what do they call it? Like the barley taste, I guess, to it. I don't drink a lot of beer either, so you'll forgive my ignorance a lot in this matter. but yeah, so you summon the waitress back over one or two more times. It's up to you, but basically, Tegan, if you're gonna keep chugging these, you can go ahead and make me another con save.
Okay.
And at this point, if you're having a second, Hobbs, are you taking more Winged 5, or are you switching to an ale of some kind?
You know what? Let's go with another Winged 5.
All right. At this point, now that you've been sipping on a couple Winged 5s, I will need a con save from you as well.
So I got a 14.
14. All right. You take it better than the last one, but that kind of warm numbness is sweeping over you quite a bit, and you start to like get like a little bit of like when you stand up too fast, like the whole room kind of spins for a moment.
It's an 8 for Hobbs.
Yeah, come time for your second one, as you're sitting there sipping it, you feel like your back teeth are starting to float a little bit, like you can like your tongue has a weird sensation, like rubbing against the back of your teeth, yeah, you're definitely like a bit impaired at this moment as you like kind of just like thumb your glass and feel like the kind of tingliness of your hands.
Hey guys.
Yep.
If I had a last name.
Oh boy. We're at that point in the night. Gotcha.
What, you don't like splody fists?
Splody. Splody.
No, but no, you're in.
Ten.
Yeah. Maybe
Thunder
knuckle,
punch.
nuke knuckle.
Punchington?
Nuke Knuckle.
Punchington.
Personally, I really like Nuke Knuckle.
Nuke knuckle.
Lady.
Nuke knuckle.
Lady Egan Punchington.
Wouldn't you have to get like knighted for that?
No.
Okay.
Lady Tegan Punchington Nuke Knuckle III.
Wouldn't you need a first and a second for that?
I suppose.
Well, we'll get you up to Percy level.
Oh god.
Lady
Long ass
Tegan
names.
Punchington Esquire the Third.
And Duck,
He's a lawyer now?
Duck, I assume you're sticking with the ale, or are you switching to something stronger?
Oof. I know it's taboo, but he's gonna switch to something stronger.
Okay, so you can.
He's gonna be real sick.
Yeah. So switching off the black ticker, you can either get if we're looking at the order of things, so the ginger root, rumble, black ticker, hound's head, winged 5.
Winged 5.
Alright. Make me that con
Right in.
save.
Ooh. Hang on, I gotta check my stats. Oh, okay, it's only a +1. 14.
Okay, I mean, The beer is sitting nicely with you, but when you combine like this moonshine on top of it, like it gets very, very warm in here, and you find like some of your inhibitions are lowered a bit, and like your excitement over these weapons is like definitely showing on your face. You know, like hiding your moods or emotions right now is challenging. Like you kind of read like an open book on your face.
Yeah, that tracks.
Can I make a secondary tinkering check, because Fidget loves Frankensteining devices together. So while I'm switching mods around, I want to like take both guns apart and then put pieces of two of them back together to make one that's made from like half the parts of one and half the parts of the other.
Yeah, totally. Go ahead and make
You're not even drunk.
Yeah.
Because I'm a sick fiend and I can't help myself. I rolled a 1.
Okay.
Oh no!
So Duck, the AX88 has successfully been modified so that you have the adjusted and the boosted on one gun, and while you start tinkering around with the other gun, you think you got it assembled pretty well.
Yeah. So the other gun I completely fucking ruined.
Well, that's what, so the one you gave back to Duck that has the mods on it is like done well and done right. This other gun, like you think you like boosted it a bit, and it looks like it looks like it would be functional to you. It looks like it would be functional to you.
Oh no!
Do I notice that he may have fucked it up?
Make a perception with disadvantage though, because you are starting to get a little tipsy.
I'll go in on one of the high drinks with everyone just because Kimmy's succumbing to peer pressure and doesn't want to be left out.
Peer pressure. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
13.
I mean, it all the parts look in order, and like they all like close up. Like, you know, you can eject the mag and put a new mag in. Like the hammer thumbs back on this Atlas pistol here looks more or less okay.
Yeah, like when I hand you the one that has the mods on it, I'm like, I hope you don't mind. I took the trigger guard and barrel shroud off this one, and I put it on this one. I think it like, I don't know. I think it looks cooler that way. Do you mind if I hold on to the other one?
No, go for it.
I rolled a 15 on my con save.
Okay, I mean you're feeling a little better. You had a drink that was not very strong to begin with, and you're holding on a little bit better than Duck, but not being a drinker in the first place, it's like, first of all, like it tastes like gasoline as you drink it. Like it's horrendous. And not something that you would like at all. But you do enjoy the warm sensation, and your already low inhibitions become non-existent, as like you are now fully in personable person mode.
Jay, that's actually the reason I asked if he noticed, because if he had noticed, he was just going to tell you to keep it.
Well, so it's not just metagaming. It's also like what Fidget would have aimed to do is put the other one together in a way that he found pleasing, but would also would want to field test it to see if the things that he modified on it actually work the way he thinks they do. Like it would have made sense either way. Plus, I was thinking of asking to keep it anyway because I was thinking of maybe selling it, but
kind of useless to Duck at this point.
It's an AX88.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I'll keep
No
those
mods or
stats in
anything.
front of me, and I'll write it down as a what's the word I'm looking for? Not janky, but possibly janky. There's a word for that I can't think of. When it's it's like shady, but for an object instead of a person.
Dubious.
Basically. Dubious. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll write it down
pistol.
as a dubious AX88.
Yes. Very good. But brilliant. All feeling pretty tipsy as now it is crested past noon into the afternoon range. And you guys step out into the very well lit Fiafia and are almost blinded by like the ambient light in this place, as like you've come from like the relatively dark interior of the Parallel Legacy.
Oh, do we know what tracking systems these Atlas guns had in them?
The AX-88 she had that Kimmy took. I know I did put it down somewhere. Didn't I send that to you on Discord private message?
Did. Give me 1 sec.
If they have
Let's
different
see.
ones, I definitely would have asked which one you preferred to keep, and would
It's
have made
the
sure that
tracking
one.
grenade.
Grenade.
Oh, and mine had a. Where is it?
Yeah.
So which one would you have wanted to have kept? Because that's the one I would have installed into yours.
Yeah, the puck ignores... The puck, I think, requires you to hit with it, like a single
It's
target.
a separate hit, but yeah.
But it ignores half cover, whereas the grenade affects a radius. It requires a save.
He'd keep the puck.
Alright, cool. So put grenade down for this one. Cool, alright. Oh boy, I can only imagine what kind of shenanigans this thing might pull when I try to fire it. This is gonna be real funny.
Okay, all right. So what do you guys want to do as far as time goes? Do you want to hang about, or are we getting ready to call it here?
How long until our weapons are ready?
At this point, now that Fidget's done, it's been enough time that between like going to the crafty critter and then sitting at the bar for the better part of an hour and a half, like your weapons are more or less complete at this point.
Oh hell yeah!
So awesome. You go back, pick up your
Yeah,
weapons.
I put Fidget on my shoulders and I rushed out.
So, in real life, and I'm also gonna say Fidget in the game also, because why not? Is in the mood for ice cream if there's a place we can find some.
It's like, yeah, we'll get ice. Yeah, buddy, we'll get ice cream.
Yeah,
Girl,
like
ice
Fidget,
cream's
Fidget
literally been gnawing
asks-
at the back of my brain for the last 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Oh shit, I
It's-
got some ice cream in the fridge. In the
I
freezer.
know, I do
Fuck
too.
yeah.
I'm totally having some after we finish.
Oh hell yeah, me too.
But yeah, Fidget, as you're running with Fidget on your shoulders, he's like, "Can we stop somewhere for ice cream after?"
Ice cream.
On the
Yeah.
far off edge, basically opposite the docking port, near like the edge of this neutral zone, there is Licky Loos.
Ooh.
I love it.
Could spend like it'd probably take like a good like half hour to walk there anyway, but you could totally go to Licky Lou's, grab some ice cream. Lou, the robot Lou, like L0U, is slinging ice cream out of a little cart in the more residential district of the neutral zone where a lot of people like live and reside. There's like even a small kind of like playground-ish thing. It's like swing set and like a teeter-totter, like that kind of bullshit. But yeah, out of an ice cream cart, Lou is there, just like 6 arms, just slinging ice cream. Six like robotic arms that are just like like going.
Oh man, could do like that Cold Stone thing, but do like 2 or 3 of them at a time.
Yeah, exactly. He's just he's got like 2 cones in each hand, and the other 2 arms on each side are like like 1 scoop, 2 scoop, 2, 3, like just going.
I want something. I want something rainbow colored, like real bad.
All right. Go ahead and grab 1 toots to the fruits.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
It's like
I could go for some Tutti Frutti.
one of those rainbow push pops.
Nice. How much do those things go for?
It's like $2. It's nice
All
and
right, cool.
cheap.
Oh yeah, how much were the drinks?
Oh, that's a good call here. You know what? That's the one thing I forgot to put down was how much were the drinks.
It's free!
I'd probably say the Winged 5 is like $10. where most of the other beer is like $5.
I would say like we could just chalk it up to we accidentally walked out without paying. But that was that place affiliated with the gang that we're gonna meet later, so we shouldn't start by pissing them off.
So all told, Tegan, you would be down $30. Hobbs down $20. Kimmy would be down 15, and Duck would be down 15.
Cool.
And I'm only down 2, and I'm not drunk.
Yeah. The water was.
You try it
free.
sometime. It's pretty cool. All your feelings go away for a little while.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. As you guys.
I am adopting all of you.
Not if I adopt you first.
As
Oh,
you guys
bring it
somewhat
on.
drunkenly
Oh,
sashay
yeah.
down the streets of Fiafia. Alright, so if we're gonna go for a little bit then, yes, so you guys now have picked up your weapons from Rabbit Addison, and you've gone and gotten ice cream at the opposite end of Fiafia, and you're now, like, walking the streets, still, like, feeling like you're gonna be feeling pretty loosey-goosey, most of you, for, like, the better part of the next few hours, anyway. But yeah, so you can go back and wake up Captain Moore and go check out the Black Wings, or we can find something else for you guys to get into. But Tegan, I know you said that you specifically had something in mind, so what's the idea here?
So I immediately rush into the nearest tavern.
Okay.
And I go in, and I'm just like, I got these new cool brass knuckles. I need to try them out on somebody. Does anybody want to fight me?
Alright.
Mr. Torg would be proud.
Fidget, you are still high up on Tegan's shoulders, eating your ice cream as Fidget is. Make me a. Actually, you know what? Tegan and Fidget, make me insight checks. Tegan with disadvantage.
Oh.
I know, but you're drunk.
Ooh, good roll. 19.
I could roll.
Okay.
Insight. Yeah, that's a 7.
All right, so Tegan, you fully bust into, like, if you said you were looking for a tavern.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
1 cent, or lone cent. I mean, or soul cent. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
So you
Whatever's
walk in.
nearest.
You walk into the soul set and loudly proclaim that you have explosive brass knuckles and are looking to test them out. And everyone in the room kind of turns to you. On a 19, Fidget, you know 2 things. You know, 1, that this will make a boom when it goes off.
Oh yeah.
And you also know that Tegan just blindly ran into what you are now realizing is an establishment by the Razor Reapers.
Ooh,
You see Razor Reaper colors around you.
Part of me does not want to stop Tegan now, but dang it.
You are at the very least inside. On a 19, that might not cause a crazy ruckus, like the previous explosion did, and this one's a lot smaller than a Nova, so you might get away with it, but you also might not.
Yeah. Gosh. Yeah, I go, oh, geez, Tegan, you might not want to set that off because the last time an explosion went off, it was really bad.
But it's not a gun.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I still think you should punch someone though.
At this point, everyone comes rushing in as well as Tegan just like full sprinted off on you guys. So you all catch up to Tegan at this point now to within the soul scent.
Oh, but I can't wait till we go on a bound to blow someone up.
I'm just gonna
Go for it.
roll to see if Kimmy understands what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Anyone wants to give me an insight check to match Fidget, let me know.
That one's cocked. Shit. I'm rolling with disadvantage because I'm assuming Kimmy's still drunk.
That's true. Most of you are pretty tipsy, so this would be with disadvantage as well, yes.
So I got a 7.
I got a natural 1.
Woo!
Ooh. Natural 20 and a natural 19 for 25.
Wow. So Tegan, you guys like catch up. Sorry, not Tegan. Kimmy and Hobbs catch up and just like, oh fuck, Tegan, like, what are you doing running off like that? But Duck, as soon as you walk in, you spy 3 things that 2 of which Fidget spotted as well. That you, one, an explosion going off may or may not cause an issue since you are inside and it's a smaller explosion. It might not. But you also notice that a lot of Razor Reapers are hanging around, and also you notice that the bartender is a rat who like leaps onto the counter at this point and it's just like, hey, what kind of shenanigans are you trying to pull here?
But
The best
the
kind.
shenanigans are you trying to pull here?
Oh, God. I go, Tegan.
What?
I don't think we should do that here.
No.
As Duck whispers that in your it like pulls you down and whispers that to you, like 3 big guys are stepping up and the rat is like has like crawled off of the counter of the bar and is like has made his way over and is now like 3 big guys and the rat are standing in front of you.
Hi.
And she like, you know what? I'm gonna make an insight check for this rat. Ooh, a natural 18.
Don't forget what I taught you, Tegan. Be personable. Whoa.
As you kind of tipsy sway in place, the rat like gets up and like looks at all of you and is like, wait. I think I've heard about you matching your description here. Exactly what the fuck do you think you're doing walking in here proclaiming to fist fight again after the slight that you disgraced us with? You guys got a death wish, don't you? You looking to tangle with the razors, are you?
I'm sorry, have we met you before?
Oh, you don't know me, but you awfully should, little miss here, because I may very well be the agent of your downfall.
No.
Yeah, listen, there's lots of groups walking around with social media stars and kids in gas masks and muscle-bound barbarian chicks. There's like, you're just mixing us up with someone else and you're acting a little hostile, man. So can you like, I don't know, take a walk.
Deception check with advantage. Or with disadvantage, sorry, because you're drunk.
I think that was too, man. Hold on.
A pin?
Well, that's going to be the worst of the 2 M's. Yeah. So that is a 11.
In 11, this rat, like, who seems to got his shit together, looks at all of you, and especially, like, eyeballing you, Duck, and is like, so it's gonna be like that, huh?
Could I disillusion him?
Oh, yeah, you could, actually.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I would like to do
I'll
that.
tell you right now that you will have to at least roll a 3 or higher.
Okay. That is a 4.
Okay, alright, rewind the tape. Blah, 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 blah.
Hold on.
Your eyesight doesn't look so good, man.
Yeah, really. So yeah, this rat like eyeballs you all and goes, I still don't like the look of you here. Like, I'm afraid I might have to ask you to leave this establishment unless you want to be removed from it by force.
I mean, she came in looking for a fist fight, so by force is like hardly, antagonist.
Nice.
Kind of
Sure,
giving
give
you
me
reasonable.
by force.
We should be
Grabbing it.
reasonable to these people. They're not being actively rude.
No, so I wasn't coming in here and starting a gang war or anything. I just wanted to fight a guy.
I mean,
Which
yeah, but
could
like
start
your
a gang war.
fisties do the thing now. Maybe we should test that on the dummies in the ship. I can test mine too with you if you feel lonely.
All right.
Alright, so you all agree and decide to back out of the soul scent?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
it's worth considering Tegan's
Bye.
hand.
Have a beautiful time.
All right, Tegan, you are escorted by your friends, start leaving. And as you turn your back away, even with your low passive perception, this rat lifts something out of your back pocket.
Which one?
Tegan.
Oh.
As you turn and begin to like walk out at the behest of your friends, the rat like.
I thought you meant which rat.
Oh no,
Yeah.
this
I'm the
rat.
only other rat.
Oh, it's like that.
Yeah, and rolling very low on the sleight of hand, so pretty much all of you catch it. Like this rat, like totally pickpockets
What a
Tegan.
dick.
Hey, that's not cool, bud. Hand it over. Right meow.
Right meow.
We'll call it an inconvenience charge for showing your faces around here.
I mean, I offered you a pin. You could have just taken the pin.
What did the
It's
rat
very
take?
sparkly.
So that Tegan, how much? So you have a lot of cash. Some of it can be kept like in a Digistruct storage. Some of it could be kept on the ship. But what I'm asking specifically is, how much cash do you think you have hanging out of your back pocket?
About 370.
Okay. Well, definitely manages to score at least like a nice clean 100 off of you.
100.
Yeah, like say you had like $100 bill hanging in your back pocket. Like the rat saw that and whoop, it's now holding a $100 bill in his hands, looking at you, and being like, "Yeah, it's a surcharge for coming in here and like trying to cause a ruckus amongst our group here, especially still uncertain of exactly who you guys are, but having a sneaking suspicion that you guys are the one Mashhead's pissed at."
Yeah, listen, man. I know we're not seeing eye to eye here, but this is my friend at her most reasonable, and she just strolled into your joint looking for a fist fight from anyone. Is that like that's the afternoon you're trying to have right now? Because I assure you it's gonna go south.
And we're outside the bar, so none of your little friends are out here to have your back.
As several more people in the bar stand up. But also, yeah, go ahead and give me just a flat intimidation check, Hobbs. You get advantage from Tegan helping you, so it cancels the disadvantage.
That's not terrible. That's nope. That's 15.
Okay, versus natural 10. As you step up to be kind of like the intimidating voice of reason here, like the rat like thinks to himself and like kind of like eyeballs the people all standing around him. You can see him doing some quick math in his head. Like there's 5 of you, like the 3 big guys he's got plus a bunch of randos in the bar, and like trying to do the math of destruction of property versus $100 he just stole. And it's just like, fine, take this, and he just throws the $100 bill like that wafts lazily in your direction in the air. You snatch it out of the air, and he's like, just get out of here, don't let me see you again.
Will do.
As you turn...
If there's anybody I could have tested out my new Nux on, it would have been him.
I know.
Yeah, but like brain matter though.
Yeah. They'll get theirs.
Yeah.
Don't worry. That probably wouldn't have been a big mess as far as brain matter's concerned with anyone in that crowd.
Right?
I see what you did there.
Yeah. That was a good one.
I had a plan B in case that didn't work. I was gonna try to discreetly use my lucrative opportunity relic to gussy up that gun that I Frankensteined and then offer that in trade.
Ooh, sneaky.
Very good, but unfortunately the rat rolled a natural 10, which
Yeah.
put its insight check at much less than the intimidation check.
I like that. I dig it.
But still, as you turn your back once more, like the rat turns to his compadres, and like you do hear him like whisper in the back. It's like, get a hold of Mashhead.
God, I want to take down Mashhead.
And as you leave, you see two of the big guys kind of like follow you out of the door, but don't leave like the threshold of the bar. Just kind of like stand there and watch you walk away.
As we walk away, I'm gonna just quickly turn to one of them. Oh, I just rolled for a deception check to do what I was about to do, and I got a natural 20. Why didn't I get that when I was putting the guns together? That would have been awesome. I just quickly turn to one and go, drop your pocket.
Drop your pocket.
My total was a 24, by the way. Just, in case he tries to beat that with an insight.
Yeah, that's what I'm rolling for. Not a one rolls real low, the other not so much. Like you see, like one guy like fully looks down at the ground, and like the other guy who like kind of like caught it, like turns to his friend and like slaps him in the shoulder, like what the fuck. Like, but they were both like looking. They like both like looked down, and then the other guy actually bent down, and he was just like whack. He's like, "It's your pocket, you moron," and just kind of looks back up at you and.
I slap Tegan's shoulder and go, I love that.
As these two men snarl and spit as you walk away. So, having a bit of fun, you guys eventually make your way back to the Fear Gorda. Yes, down if you were to go talk with Nikki, Nikki, Mickey, and Ricky. Ricky does have a test range. As you like enter into the arms and armory portion of Fear Gorda, Ricky, who is usually sequestered himself in the back of the room, you can hear like him like madly tinkering around, and as you kind of move beyond the veil that separates, like divides the room, you can see he's got this eclectic workstation, just a big fucking table, easily 3 times his tink size, and there's just like parts of a grenade, parts of a rocket launcher, like several like motherboards and mainframes, and like little like explosive elemental charges and all of this stuff. And he's just kind of haphazardly like grabbing this and grabbing that, and you hear like whirring of like, you know, like machinery and just like the soldering smoke and all this stuff. And he turns back to you. His hair is still like sticking straight up, like salt and pepper streaks all through his hair, goggles that make his eyes look like comically large. And he turns and goes, hey, yeah, well, what's up?
Hey, do you have like a testing dummy that we can test these new toys on? That would be super awesome.
Toys! And he like grabs your hand and pulls it like towards him, and his goggles like change like diameters and like a large and like reduce or whatever like that. And he goes, elemental cartridges, yeah, we could, yeah, let's do that. And then just like clears off his like table and like clambers over it and like just kind of like urges you guys to follow him. And you walk around the back corner and you see that it's almost like a shooting booth at a carnival, if you will. It's like there's like a stand here, kind of like barrier, and then beyond that is like several kind of test dummies that are used to, you know, do it. And like you can see the walls, it's like fortified steel with like percussion proofing around it, with like an additional like layer of like kind of just like absorbing fabric, if you will, like just ballistic material made to like reinforce this section of the ship against some heavy explosions. He goes, yeah, just hop over and go up and give one of those dummies a whack.
Okay.
Fantastic. So first up, we'll say Tegan. You hop the barrier, walk over to one of these dummies, which are a little more than like plastic straw men, if you will. It's like a store mannequin, just kind of posed there. It's scorched and fucking like missing an arm, and like, you know, it's like one of the warehouses in Silent Hill, if you will. There's just like random morbid fucking dummies kicking around. But yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna use my elemental cartridge with it.
All right.
Here we go. That is a nat 19.
Yeah, that'll do it. So you like cock your fist, if you will, and ignite, not ignite, but like set the charge as you see like little pellets kind of like pop in like where the in between of the knuckles would be on these cartridges. And you take a swing, and as soon as you connect with this dummy, like the pressure of it forces like a explosion. Brilliant. Let me just make sure. I don't think there's any additional effects with it. Let's see here. But yeah, it explodes and like rockets the mannequin's head off of it, like sending it flying backwards.
And I just kind of like giggle like a little schoolgirl, like.
And Ricky giggles along with you, just like, yes, yeah, that's brilliant. Oh, exploding brass knuckles, that's so great.
Oh my god, I punch people and they explode.
All right, Kimmy, further in a fervor because of this enactment, you leap over the border and make your way over to one of the other dummies.
12.
12 is enough. You're punching stationary dummies. Basically, it's like 8 or higher so that you don't just like fuck up. But
what if the dummies had an AC of like 28 and really sweet armor shields or whatever?
Yeah. Right.
It's like Ricky's in here fucking with us.
If you really want to put them to the test, like we can throw you in some tactical simulations. But
Tactical simulations.
But yes, you throw a punch, connect with this thing. After again, just like fist bump, ignite, like set these charges. And when you like nail it, like the charges actually like kind of crush when you hit, and then as you pull it away, it's like this stream of corrosive energy that just like sloths over the face and chest of this thing and just begins to dissolve away at it.
Ah, that's so gross. I love it.
Yes, amazing. Yes, this is great. But brilliant. Both of your elemental charges are fully functioning and working. Anybody else have anything they want to test?
I test out my janky gun.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right. Ricky's like, oh yeah, firearm. All right, everyone, clear the firing range as he like pulls Tegan and Kimmy back over the barrier here, and they all like kind of. Ricky's standing like right next to you. You're both pretty much like pretty similar in height. So like he like puts up like a little step ladder so you can like look over the barrier and ready your gun. Who else is watching this extravagant weapons demonstration?
Oh, I'm definitely watching.
All right. And Hobbs, are you watching as well?
Oh yeah, all aboard.
All right. So you're all just kind of like standing like in a line, like just waiting for this to go off. So go ahead and fire, Fidget, if that's what you wish to do.
Alright, I'm gonna have it set up so there's like a couple of dummies so I can try to hit them with the tracking grenade.
You raise up, like, bonus action, set it to the tracking, go to fire it, and it immediately, the tracking cartridge on it explodes, and everyone standing next to you, yourself included, you're all tagged with tracking darts, as they just like...
Cool. I go, and then I undo the wrist thing, and I pick it up carefully and set it down and just kind of pat it and just step away and go, nobody move for a couple of seconds at least.
You were all like acupuncture, like pin cushioned with all of these tracking darts, like just like face, shoulder, chest, like all of it. Like
just wait for the tracking darts to deactivate.
I'm gonna guess that this is. I'm gonna take a guess and say this isn't supposed to happen.
No.
Okay, just checking.
You know, this is not the worst thing that's ever happened to me when testing equipment.
Ricky just like screams. He's like, ah! He's like, oh my god! He's like, ping! Oh my god! Ping! Ah! Just like.
Ricky, stop moving.
Yeah, Ricky's like full on just like tearing shit off of him. So.
I'm like, I think I might need to work on this more. And like once I feel safe touching the gun again, like once the darts aren't active anymore, like once the 6 seconds or so go by that they're not active, I pick it back up and I go, I'll be in my room. And walk away.
Oh, Fidget, it's okay.
Yeah, don't.
It's work.
Yeah, I'll just say, hey, I've done that to any number of people, and even now I don't feel any worse about it.
Kimmy just takes a selfie and just like posts it to the echogram and be like, yay, weapons testing.
Nice. And yeah, Ricky is like, I don't feel too bad, Fidget. Like explosions are part of the science. Brilliant. And as we close out on this session, as you guys kind of make your way back, kind of just meandering about the ship, Captain Moore wakes up and comes out and like kind of greets you guys individually, but it's just like, but I hope you guys had a fun night here. I think I'm rested up enough for round 2 with the Wings. If you all want, who wants to join me for a meeting with the Black Wings, then shall we?
Yes. We had a very uneventful, totally normal day today.
Oh, good to hear it. It's. I'm glad that you guys keeping your noses clean here.
Yep. Clean as a whistle.
Alrighty.
Ignoring that there's anything unusual about that comment, sure, we'd love to attend a meeting.
Totally normal.
Well, maybe it's best that we just get out of the neutral zone for a moment anyway. Like, we can go lay low with the Black Wings on the bottom level.
Yeah.
But brilliant, you guys leave the Fear Gorda, make your way down to like there's like an elevator towards the end of the docking station that allows you to go up or down, and you set it to like the bottom floor besides like the sub basement, if you will, and the elevator just kind of boom brings you down just as you guys are traveling. And it opens the door. Stepping out of the elevator, it's an entirely different feel to this section. It's still steel and concrete largely, but there's chains and ropes and catwalks rigging like these tall kind of like slum apartment buildings that are just like 3 stories tall. Catwalks like allow travel between rooftops, and there's like ropes and riggings, and in the center, like looking up, like as you're raised up and like you would like move down like these stairs to kind of enter the streets of the Black Wings sector. You're standing up kind of gazing over all the rooftops. There's like people partying on the rooftop stuff, and way in the back distance is no shit, a big part of like a much smaller space shuttle, like a spaceship. Like it's got like the hull and the windows. It's basically like a spaceship docked within this section of Fiafia. How it got there, that's a mystery for another day. But yes, there's party, there's revelry, and somebody immediately approaches you, wearing a big jacket, and just opens it widely, and you at first think, oh my god, flash! No, opens it widely. Just drugs line the inside of his jacket, and he goes, what are you buying?
Oh boy.
And that is where we will end our tale tonight of Vaults.
What are you buying?